Imagine losing your dog in a breakup, not because you were cruel or careless, but because a court ordered your best friend sold to the highest bidder. That is not a metaphor. That is happening right now in Delaware, and it should make anyone who owns a pet or pays insurance stop and listen. The case centers on a golden doodle named Tucker. Two people got him while dating. They never married. When they split, they could not agree on who owned the dog. What followed was years of court fights, appeals, and judges passing the problem upward until it landed in Delaware's Chancery Court, one of the most powerful business courts in the country. Some argue the law is clear. In Delaware, dogs are personal property. If two people co-own property and cannot agree, the solution is simple. You sell it, split the money, move on. From that view, the judge did exactly what the law requires. No favoritism, no emotions, no guessing who is the better owner. Others argue that logic collapses the moment the property breathes. Tucker is not a couch. He needs food, vet care, stability, and attachment. Even the judge acknowledged that Tucker is a living, breathing being who needs care. But because both owners were equally capable, the court defaulted to a private auction. One person will pay, the other will be paid off. Tucker goes home with the highest bidder. This is where the stakes widen far beyond one dog. Delaware is not alone in treating pets as property, but it is one of only a handful of states that even allows courts to consider a pet's well-being in divorce. Unmarried couples get no such protection. There is no clear rule, no safety net, no standard process. That legal gap is growing as more people delay marriage, live together, and share pets as family. Now consider what happens next. As these disputes grow, so do the costs. More court time, more attorneys, more expert opinions, more appeals. Courts are already warning they cannot handle pet cases the way they handle child custody. That means messy outcomes, longer fights, and higher legal expenses. Those costs do not stay in the courtroom. Legal system strain feeds directly into insurance. Homeowners policies, renters policies, liability coverage, and even umbrella policies get pulled into animal-related disputes. Dog bite claims already cost insurers billions each year. Add ownership fights, injury claims during custody disputes, and emotional damages arguments, and insurers respond the only way they can. Higher premiums, tighter exclusions, more underwriting scrutiny. Some say this is exaggerated, that these cases are rare, emotional outliers, that the law cannot bend every time feelings are involved. They warn that once pets are treated like children, courts open the door to endless litigation. But others point out something uncomfortable. The law already changed for married couples. Courts already weigh who feeds the dog, who pays the vet, who gives the medication. That logic exists. It just stops at the courthouse door for millions of unmarried Americans. Judges know this. You can hear it in their opinions. They mention dogs by name. They add footnotes. They admit discomfort. One judge once wrote that a dog had the same legal status as furniture, then immediately explained how much she loved dogs. Another judge noted that damages for an injured pet were capped at market value, even though no owner would ever accept that logic in real life. The system is trying to hold two opposing ideas at once. Pets are property under the law. Pets are family in society. When those collide, the result is not compassion. It is auctions, payouts, and legal bills. And every time that happens, the financial ripple spreads. Insurers price risk based on patterns, not intentions. More disputes mean more claims. More claims mean higher costs. Those costs land on everyone, even people who will never step into a courtroom over a dog. Tucker's case will end when the auction closes. One person will win, one will lose. Tucker will never know the price tag attached to him, but the rest of us should. Because until the law catches up with how people actually live, these fights will keep happening. And whether you own a dog or not, you will help pay for them.